Okay, moving right along, let's do the wisdom from the universe. Let's see what the topic is for today that it's going to give me to speak on. Oh my goodness. We just never know. So the first thing out is awakening. You know, that thing the Republicans hate, being woke. We don't want any Buddhists here. We don't want anybody awakened. We want them asleep and dumb. Yes, uneducated. Going into it is abundance. And with these cards, we see a lot of, there's another poppy field. We see a lot of the butterflies on it, which are transformation. An abundance of transformation and guidance. Okay. So we have an abundance of guidance, and underneath of it all is trust. In the midst of these carnival times, okay? Trusting. So let's see what we have with this. He's in his other little bed over there pulling out a toy. Did you go pull out a toy? Oh, he said, I did. I got one of my squeakies. So above awakening, we have justice. Okay, justice. Now justice happens in the universe, and you think we may not see it here in this transitory plane of existence, but justice does happen. Okay, there is justice. So I know people get really depressed when they see that something has happened and they think that somebody has gotten away with it. But ultimately they don't. The convention, underneath of it is convention. Wake up to understand the convention, or this is the way the universe is. That conventional thing is that there is justice, even though, again, we may not think there is, but there is. Abundance, it's about sharing the things that are healing, okay? And the decisions that you make in life, the game of chess, okay, that can be healing. So let's see what else we have. And last but not least of our guidance, we have tempering, balancing, tempering things, the conscious and the subconscious realm. Underneath of it all is strength, strengthening with guidance, and eccentricity, okay? So some things, when it comes to your choices, okay, are you bound by your choices? And you may think you have a rose, but roses have thorns, okay? May seem sweet smelling, but you've got to deal with the thorns that come along the way as well. So are you conventional when it comes to awakening? Or are you somebody that's willing to play the game of life and maybe seem a bit eccentric to some people? Now, I know that some people would think I'm very eccentric, being a guru and wearing makeup, wearing jewelry, makeup, etc., not dressed in sannyasi clothes, etc., that unconventional type of a person, eccentric, and giving guidance, you know, when it comes to the conscious and the subconscious realms to bring them into alignment. And part of the abundance is sharing what you have to share that is gaining health for people, okay? So they can understand how to make the decisions in life, the chess game, if you want to say it that way, how to make the right moves. But you know, you have to understand that no matter what move you make, you're going to get something from it. Maybe it's a harder lesson, maybe it's an easier lesson, but every decision we make opens some doors and closes other doors. That's why when students come to me and they'll say, what should I do? What should I do, Guruji? What should I do? Don't ask me, because you have to live with the consequences of your choices. I don't, okay? So this is why I tell people, you can come to my channel, you can make your observations, whatever, but you're not going to bully me into doing what you think I should do. Don't come here and be a Karen and try to lay whatever your trip is on me, because it's not going to work, okay? Each of us makes up our own choices, and then we live by the justice, the ramifications of that as we go forward. Now, once you've awakened and you've reached to realization, what they call realization, you understand that life is eternal, okay? That all we do when we leave the form is change forms. That's it. That consciousness is ongoing. Nothing really ever dies, okay? Just because you don't see a physicality of a form here does not mean that it is gone, that it is finished. It continues forward, okay? So that's part of the job of a guru, and we have Guru Purnima coming up next week. My students reminded me, because I forget. I don't pay attention. I'm not caught up on celebrations and that type of thing. Every day is the same day for me. But the guidance is getting people to balance, okay, their conscious and their subconscious realms, coming into harmony, coming into alignment, and understanding the journey of going forward to awakening. Now, in the process of awakening, one has to challenge all of their old belief systems. And when awakening comes, things that you thought you knew, that you thought were right, you will find out that they are blown out of the water. That's why it's called nirvana or nibbana. It means blown out. What gets blown out is the ideations that one has held on to, which have caused our suffering, which has caused our erroneous belief systems that we have hung on to for lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Okay, but there is guidance along the way. And again, you may seem eccentric to people, and that's okay. Okay, we're not all living in the same exact consciousness, conscious awareness. Now, the only difference I say to people between being awakened and not awakened is simply, I call it the joke of the universe has been laid bare, okay? And one knows the beginning from the end, okay? So that's it. And it blows out all of the conditioned ideations that we have lived our lives for many, many lifetimes, okay? It's a process. And you have to continue with the guidance from the heart to awaken to abundance. The abundance is always available, but simply we are closed off from it because of the mindset, because we have kept ourselves caged for so long. And we want to believe in this conventional ideations, okay, which again can cause bondage for people. So it's about going forward, trusting guidance from the heart center, and don't be surprised if one gets challenged along the way, okay? That's part of the path. Now, the most awakening, most learning things are when we are challenged severely, and we have to walk through those doors that we want to perhaps run away from, ignore, deny, okay? And try to turn it into something else. But it's only through going through that door and encountering it fully that one is released from it and it is open to this absolutely awakening. And then one understands the justice of the universe, that no matter what happens on this transitory plane of existence, there is something higher. And when we leave the physicality of form, we go through that process of looking at our life and understanding and feeling everything that others have felt being around us or in connection with us, the things that we have done to benefit others, and then the things we have done to cause pain. So if you think that these people that have done all these horrendous things get out of it, no, when they leave the physicality of form, they have to feel the fear, all of the things that they put another person through. They will experience it 100% as if it had happened to them. So there is justice that happens, okay? There is justice. And also these people that are doing these things are living in a hell realm to begin with, because they are compelled to do whatever erroneous action they are involved and engaged in. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here, and I hope it has helped someone in their journey to understand the process. And yes, I understand, in my own life, like I said, I had gone through some really, really difficult things, and I go, was I such a horrible person in my last life? What's up? Why am I going through this suffering? Why am I going through these things? But then later you see that these were doorways for your growth, for your benefit, for to challenge things and open you eventually up to absolute awakening and balance, okay? And healing, 100% healing. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here, and thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you online.